Okay, we're doing Moodle template course from scratch, top blocks 2. It's actually building a course from scratch, but the things I'm doing initially could really apply to any course. So I've changed the news to news and announcements, put some little instructions. I added a new forum called class discussion, and I think I'll go ahead and edit that so it's a class discussion and questions, because I want it to be clear that it's for both. And I put all questions and discussions for class go here unless private.
Mommy?
And I put some points for extra credit.
Can I sleep down there?
So if you hear my kids there, save and return to the course. And now we're going to add one more forum here. And this is going to be CTI class cafe clutch, which I think means just coffee shop. And I forgot, there's no easy way in Moodle to indicate that it's extra credit. Oops. Please. Okay, we did not force everyone to subscribe. Again, I'll put yes initially. Read tracking is on, and we'll allow attachments as well. And just in case, I'm going to put a count of ratings and allow for 10 points in case I want to give extra credit. And that way, no matter how many points I give them on each post, it'll just count them and you give credit that way. So I'll save that. So now I put this stuff in the top section, but I really don't want it there because the top section cannot be scrolled through. So I'm going to move this down to the second section. And I'll cover in a little bit why I'm doing this. So these are things that should be available to the students at all times. So it's tempting to leave them at the top, but I'm going to do that in a different way. So I now have these 3 forums, and I will go ahead and indent them slightly. And like so. And I'm going to put things you'll need throughout the class. And that's how I spell throughout. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. And I will make that a heading 2. And I'll give it a color. Maybe I can find my indigo. Okay. Now, this is the first section, and I don't really want it to be the first section. So in fact, what I'm going to do is just move it all the way down to about week 20. And unfortunately, it takes a bit of time. So I just have to keep clicking down. And you'll see why a little bit later. So the obvious question is, well, if it's at the bottom, where are they going to see it? So what we're going to do is set up an HTML block that links to the bottom. Right, so this is probably not the bottom because these courses default to about 10 weeks. But for now, we'll leave them down there. And then also, now the first section here, I'm going to call this Getting Started. Do this first. We'll center, we'll make that a heading 2. We'll highlight and make it red to get their attention. We'll center, and just for kicks, we can put a horizontal rule right there. And now that's there. So there's only one other thing I'm going to do, and I'll do that in the next section, which is to make 2 kind of standard labels, which is look at this stuff and do this stuff. So just a summary, we put a title at the top. We created 3 forums. We converted the news to be news and announcements. We created 2 more. We put them, and actually I would like to call these extra credit, this one as well. So what I'm going to do is put an X after everything that's extra credit so the students will know. See you in a minute.